Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video right here. This is the Sacramento Truth Movement. My name is 2 Liter J. I'm back with another video right here. What's cracking? I just thought I would hop on here as a brief intermission, I would say. I'm planning on I want to say it's a debate, but I don't know what it is. I was told there's going to be multiple people, but I'm going to be hopping on Fat Ass Dogs' channel. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to provide a link to it down below. And I'm kind of heated for this, because the payoff is going to be brilliant. See, just recently, I've been working on a video, kind of a throwback, actually. I was re-editing and adding moments of context with like AI voices and stuff, and I was about 6 hours in. It was when I encountered the Mandela Effect community, when I called their so the channel that I joined, for like a brief summary, is the channel I joined is the audience that have channels that watch Mandela Effect and Brian Stavely. So, like, that's a kind of, like, situation right there. You see what I'm saying? And with that, I joined the channel about a year or so ago now. It's been a while. And I joined that stream, and then I did a stream, and then the dude did a stream, and then ETT did a stream. And then there was something else in between. But mostly that was just it. And I was continuously editing this shit for like 2 weeks now, and just the other night, like, my software crashed, and I deleted the app, thinking that hey, I can download this again, and like all my projects like are shit, and so I've been working on like fucking like 5 videos, and like now I gotta restart them. But that one was like 6 hours, nearly 6 hours long. So, like, I'm kind of fucked on that one. So I think this stream that I have coming up, or that I might join, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it because it's at 1. I thought it was gonna be at like later in the nighttime. Like, who the fuck streams at 1 o'clock on a Saturday? You know what I'm saying? But like, anyway, I don't know if I can make it, but I'm going to try to, and I'm hoping that this can act as a substitute for, the stream that I lost. But to be honest, I mean, like, most of the context, I mean, it's pretty obvious from the, if you watch the stuff in order. I could probably just throw it in a playlist. I don't really need to, I wanted to elaborate on a lot of stuff, but I mean, like, if you watch everything in its entirety, I mean, it's pretty standalone. You don't really need it, but I thought it was entertaining, but, now I can't do it. So I'm hoping this can act as a substitute. So this is going to be something very interesting, all right? This is going to be very interesting because normally, as of lately, in the last, I don't know how many months, I really haven't joined any streams. I haven't really debated anybody. I really haven't, like, done what I usually do, like, divide and conquer, as the elite would do. And so it's come to a stalemate where now I might actually confront Signs and Wonders, Nick Johnson, and, this is a height of a lifetime. So when I'm saying that this can be a substitute for, the what I thought would be entertaining, it most definitely will be. Nevertheless, because why would it be entertaining? Well, over the last 2 years that I've known Signs and Wonders, he's demonstrated his degeneracy very well. See, right off the back, when I first met him, it was a conversation, that I was kind of trolling with, but I believe that, the dude's very dumb-minded. So he leads himself on to be smart, but that's only like the 5 minutes you first meet him. But as you go on, you realize you don't really know much or can comprehend anything above I don't know, like a 70 IQ level. You know, like when somebody's trolling, he really don't know who it is when it's pretty obvious who it is, but you know, I don't know. But over that initially, you know, I was introduced to individuals, you know, such as Signs and Wonders Nick, Jew Dave, IDL, that one broad from James's community, the one that talks, the old lady, very annoying, Catherine Wiley. You know, I met all these individuals. James, that one black dude, I forgot his name, J-Man. You know, all these, you know, individuals, you know, they don't hold anything substantially. They don't contribute to anything. Other than, like, James, we're not going to say that because he's been a good friend and a really good guy that I've known. And he's contributed a lot, I'm going to say, as towards my channel. You know, so I can't really speak down on the guy. You know, he's a really good person. I would say so. But throwing him out the window with, like, you know, the negative animosity, I'm saying, because it holds weight, the kind of context that I'm going to get into. But, you know, getting introduced with all these people, you come familiarized on how they act and what they do and who they are. And from the beginning, I known that this guy was, you know, a degenerate. I never really went around his channel after that. I believe it was like 2 years ago, but maybe more. Because the stream that I uploaded a year ago was a re-upload. I'm referring to another stream, but there's a stream that I reposted from Deacon Sakari, the Deacon Destruction Mode channel. If you don't know who he is, it's an Israelite camp, Hebrew Israelite camp. And they clipped a stream previously 11 months ago. And I remember that stream. So I believe I've known him for a little over 2 years now. I'm trying to find a time frame of when I met him. But those streams, I don't know if they're still around. I don't know where to look for them. I forgot which channels they're on. I believe it was Signs and Wonders, but I could be wrong. So that was my introduction. Never liked the guy. His voice is annoying. And so as I continue to watch the streams, I donated a few times. He didn't know who I was when, you know, the channel is standouty. The name is, like, perfect. Like, or I have my name with the Sacramento Truth Movement. And I've had all that, like, on stream, like, as my icons and everything. It's not hard to remember. I don't know how that person will forget your name. But what drove me to the initiation to begin to level with, you know, the kind of mindset of how I'm going to run this. Because when you turn me away, I mean, like, why? You know what I'm saying? So it builds a spark where you begin to view stuff in another way. And the truth now becomes the troll, if you understand what I'm saying. So from there, you know, I donated a few times, and then I've actually tried to join the panel now, okay? You got Sacramento and the Truth Movement. Yeah, shout this guy out. Go subscribe to him. Then his subscribers like Sherelle Snow or IDL, who I've had plenty of chats with over Discord, which Nick doesn't believe, which is pretty odd, because, like, I've told him that a few times in his chat. I don't know. As well as his subscriber, Sherelle Snow, recommending me in his comments and saying I'm not pretty much a bad guy. Like, but, you know, listen. So, we share a similar audience, because, you know, I don't know how much, but I've seen some of his people over here. And he shouted me out when I donated $5, and then he drops a link in the chat. I try to join with, you know, my face when I had, you know, braids, and he goes, "Oh, this guy boots me." I'm like, the fuck? So, with that though, it builds a mental spark. Now, it's no more truth. It's no more a truthful situation. Because to do something like that, like, you have to have a very dumb mind, I will say. And so from there, it initiated multiple raids. Very successful, I mind you. Multiple streams have ended. Multiple interviews have ended. Multiple people have came on. Stream ends. Be called an N-word in the backstage by Nick, and then he later says that it didn't happen. It was Adam. No, it was, actually. But he's also said it too. Where is my proof? Well, when you try to clip a StreamYard with screen recording, you necessarily can't do it. It works as like if you screen record a phone call with speakerphone, it's not going to pick up anything. You can like start a StreamYard right now, invite somebody, have them like try to screen record the call. It won't take up. But on my word though, you know, like if I had to take a lie detector test, I would pass with flying colors. Like, it's the truth. And the rage, though, the rage truth. So, when Nick ends his stream with an interview of some Asian pastor, some Jewish rabbi, mumbo jumbo, nonsense people who hold no weight and value to anything that they do and stand for, it goes to show that he'll start it up again, and then they'll pop in, and then all again, and then they end. And then it's the same pattern. It was like that for like 7 months. You know how many streams I have ended? And I'm not going to say what I've done. I'm not going to incriminate myself. But, you know, still at this time and frame, I don't think he realized who the fuck, you know, who it was. I'm not going to say what I did, but, you know, something. And so from there, you know, there's been multiple stuff. You know, he's had Perry on in between, you know. Try to come on, you know, he's talked shit about people, but then he'll have the people he talks shit on like an hour later on the stream and then said he wasn't talking shit to him. And then he ends the previous stream and then, you know, privates it. I think I'm saying that right, but he privated it, said he didn't do a stream previously when I was just in the chat of the previous stream, the previous hour, you know. So, like, there's multiple other instances of other stuff in between that kind of time frame. And then there was a stream, I think previously to that one or right after it, where I like, just to throw also out there, this dude passes out on stream a lot. I don't know as of lately, but as up to a year ago, you know, like he'll be talking and then, whoa, am I still alive? Like, you know, that's what he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a heroin junkie. And so, like, there's been multiple times where, like, he's passed out and then, like, he'll be fucking out for a moment and not even realize it. And, like, his chat's like, is he all right? And then he's claiming it's the meds his doctors are giving him. I'm like, no, that's not what it is at all, homie. So, like, one time he passes out and he's out for a moment for like almost an hour, and then he gets the phone call of death, I mind you, and then he wakes up and he forgets he's live. So when Nick is on camera, he's playing an actor. He's playing the Christian conservative, you know, semi right wing kind of guy, because if you look at his channel, like, he's promoting like Jordan Peterson and such alike, when, you know, he's absolutely one of the right-wing controlled opposition. See, there's a Christian revival right now in American politics with right-wing influencers and conservatives. And they're promoting people such as Charlie Kirk, which Nick has mentioned that he really loves, in a stream he did about 6 hours ago, only 17 minutes long. What the fuck's that? But, you know, he praises Charlie Kirk. Some dude the other day when another thing, before I move on, but I'm going to finish what I was just saying after I finish what I'm about to say. So the other day I posted a video, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, but referring to Jordan Peterson, Nick put up a YouTube short, And all the channels replying in this YouTube short are all him. Legitimately, one of the channels he's posted on is legit saying the name of the channel. And so, how do I know, like, the rest are him? Well, I mean, like, the names are very uncreative. The icons are very uncreative and, like, overused. Like, Mr. History E, Christian something, like, something you could think up on the fly. And, like, the descriptions are legitimately all the same. Very vague. He'll use a comma, but he won't use a sentence. Poorly written English. You know what I'm saying? So, and, like, 3 of the channels have signs and wonders and, like, posts relating to, like, the channel that is being posted on. He's legitimately in his comment section talking to himself. Like, you know, how pathetic is that? But one of them actually was a genuine person. He's telling him that, you know, Jordan Peterson, he's one of these new age mystic kind of guy, you know, posing as a Christian revival, you know, conservative with, you know, a voice. When in reality, he's the total opposite, you know, like, he's controlled opposition. And he goes, no, Jordan Peterson is a man of God, you know, and that's what he says. Because he doesn't know what he talks about. You know, you see what I'm saying? He has no clue on what anything is going on. But before I start talking about what he doesn't know what is going on, let me finish what I was saying previously. All right, yeah, but let me get back on to what I was saying before I, you know, started talking about the Christian revival that's happening. It's pretty much dangerous, but Nick got the phone call of death. And I was there for this whole entire thing. So was James, mind you. So were a lot of people. He was getting a lot of phone calls trying to wake him up, but he was missing them all. You know what I'm saying? So when Nick is on panel, on stream, on channel, and I mind you, he's playing an actor. He's not who he is off stream. So when he's on panel with these, like, Brother Barron, I believe that's what his name is, Sherry Love, these, like, Christian, you know, preachers, pastors, I don't know, prophets, prophetess type people, whatever you want to call them. When he's live with them, you know, they're black, I mind you. He's all buddy, you know, he's not racist at all. But when he's off stream, when he's at home, his mindset and his personality and the way he portrays himself is a lot different. So, when he passed out on this stream and got woken up by the phone call of death, he forgot he was live. So he was back on the off-stream mindset. He wasn't playing the Christian actor no more. And so his true self, his true form, his true identity was on full display for 20 people on a 60,000, 90, 100 something channel. Fake subs, by the way, fake subs. There's no way a Facebook page called The Deep Hole, I think unironically, because, you know, as I said, very uncreative names, and he spells it WHOLE. Is it a deep hole? Like, is there something that's whole? But then on the other side, he has like another platform, I think on Twitter, it's Deep Hole with the W, and then on Facebook it's Deep Hole, like a rabbit hole, HOLE, which, you know, is still sexual. But anyway, check this. So he woke up, he's now his at-home self, off stream, because he forgot he was live. And his wife is calling him, and she wants a divorce. And so there's this long monologue of him crying, him wanting her home, her trying to leave to go to her actual home. He's like crying, saying, you know, all this and that. That stream's actually available. I'll link it below. It's pretty funny. It's about an hour long. A lot of lies, a lot of treachery, a lot of degeneracy on full display, mind you. Now, Nick don't want people to know that he did that stream. He denies that he has done that stream. I brought that to the table numerous times. None of that ever happened, even though it's actually uploaded on YouTube. So everything that I'm saying is provable, backed by facts. I can legitimately say anything I want. And it's not a lie. See what I'm saying? But, you know, he woke up, got the phone call of death, divorced, I mind you. And then he says, is it those stupid fucking NGGRERS? I'm fucking up the spelling purposely. But, you know, he's referring to the black Hebrew Israelites as, you know, the N-word, niggers. Oh, there we go. But, I mind you, he's saying this in a negative kind of context, a negative fashion, blaming these people for his divorce. Now, probably on a daily day-home basis, he's constantly talking about these people. I don't know why. But, you know, it's funny. But previously, months before that, weeks before that, he says he don't say that. He says he's never said that, even though I've heard him say it. And now we actually have him saying it. Him at home on his home identity, which is funny. So from here on out, you know, like, this is pretty much where I think I left out. I dropped in a few times just recently, you know, I left him a lot of negative reviews on his Facebook page. He was at 60. The rest of them were negative reviews from Perry, the preacher, and all his friends. Pretty funny shit. I've left some pretty funny shit on there too. But he's disabled them. But I've heard he was in somebody's Discord server raging, filled with fumes. Just going off on everybody, saying that they're conspiring against him. And so I was glad to hear that. Definitely. Definitely glad to hear that. And so I haven't really, you know, interacted with anybody regarding him in that kind of stuff regarding, you know, the Facebook, you know, reviews, which are true stuff, by the way, which, you know, it's not like not true. But lies. He's also said stuff about me in between those. Like I told you, like there's some stuff in between those. He said I was in his server promoting, you know, some of the abominable shit. But, I mean, like, his audience watches my channel. And Jew Dave I talk to on not a regular basis, but before, you know, like, every few months, I would say so. None of those conversations ever came up. I was actually in his server for a while, too. And he's saying he booted me for, you know, these abominable acts. I'm not going to say what they are. But if you watch my reviews, in my commentary in like the 5 to 6, maybe, probably gonna add most of these videos to that playlist. You'll understand what I'm referring to. Never promoted anything like that on my channel. Never said anything in a way that I would try to take it as positive. What he's saying that I said. The only thing that I can, you know, like the only thing that I really have done in his server was like. I'm in his server, like he's so stupid, and like I could legitimately go through the list of where my name's referenced, because now my account's banned in there, but the replies and the tags that everybody has replied to me, there's no instance where any of that is on the case, because now it's like, you know, like if I was saying stuff like that and he booted me from his server, wouldn't there be replies to the stuff? Like I was, like, you know, where's the logic in that? And legitimately, the only thing that I ever shared in his page was the greatest story never told about A.H., the little mustache man. Pretty good documentary, by the way, but he didn't want nothing racist in his server. But now I'm like, are you an actual truther? Pretty windy outside. But that's why I was booted. There's no instance in his server where that was the case. That's just another lie added on the table. So degeneracy, lies, compulsive lying, racism. So he says the Hebrew Israelites are also racist. But see, the difference is, though, they're upfront about their racism. They admit that they're racist live on panel to numerous people. The difference is Nick plays a character saying he's not racist, but in general sense, in reality, he's on the level that they are. He's no better at all. And the heroin, I don't know if he does heroin no more, and that's how out of the loop I am, but, I'm still going to add that onto the table because Sleepy Nick likes to fall asleep a lot on panel. And so, the lies, the degeneracy, the heroin, so much black tar heroin. And nevertheless, that is the case on what I wanted to cover. So hopefully tomorrow we can do a rundown on majority of everything I legitimately just said, because tonight I'm probably going to take down notes, in a timely manner, in a timely category fashion that I want to, go this in. I was told, I don't know how this is going to operate, so I'm going to have to navigate this in my own kind of context when I join this. That's if I do. And hopefully it can, if I do miss it, we could do another one, because I know he don't have a job, and I know his life is pretty boring. He don't really do much, I guarantee you. Majority of these people sit on YouTube all day. They don't have no lives. They don't have no jobs. They don't do nothing of value. As when I say they don't stand for nothing. They don't mean anything. They're legitimately nothing. That's one of the reasons on why I say that. So with this being said, I just got off work, like, I don't know, what time is it? 3:32 a.m. Got off at 1:42. So, I'm probably going to get some sleep right now, but, I'm still wired, so I thought about doing this video. I think this is a pretty good video. I'm definitely going to upload this and keep it up. Check out that stream if I do it, and I'm definitely going to re-upload it if I do it. It should be a good draw, like an old-fashioned cowboy draw. Check, bang, and then come out on top, because, I think I'm legitimately gonna obliterate this guy if I ever have him on panel. He don't know the Bible. He don't know what he talks about. He follows garbage people. He don't know nothing. And as I say, he don't know nothing. He follows people who don't preach no kind of truth. If Charlie Kirk was a legitimately truther, if Jordan Peterson was this, fucking, what do you call them? Something with a P and H, like not a psychologist, a fucking but Jordan Peterson is MC Nemesis, is psychologist, and Jesse Lee Peterson is his pastor, even though he's never met them. But the inside joke, but like I forgot the word. Jordan Peterson, like influencer, that's what we'll call him, something like Galileo or. In that kind of time frame, timely, like the word, I forgot it, but I'm sure you know what I'm thinking of. But like, he listens to controlled opposition. None of these people will ever give you the truth. If you want actual like people to listen to, I can legitimately subsidize many of these people that are in power in the kind of like social media kind of time frame. In this current age. So like, if people listen to like that one white rapper, fucking, I forgot his name, he has the colorful braids, damn, I forgot his name, I always forget it. But if you know what I'm talking about, we can replace him with fucking damn, what's his name? Let me pause this, I'll be right back. Alright, I got the name, I had to Google it. Fucking Tom McDonald. Like, I could legitimately throw like people who are like genuine people, like, and replace them, and like, it's like good. So like, we could replace Tom McDonald with fucking like K Reno, Because, like, legitimately what K. Reno says is reality. That's legitimately what's going on. He knows his shit. Replace the music, with taking out, the controlled op and putting in the actual real truth. The real truther, the real person. Take out Charlie Kirk. Throw in somebody, I don't know. Charlie Cook. Fucking, damn, I don't know. Who can we replace him with? I don't know. That's a good one. Jordan Peterson, probably replace him with, like, I don't know, like Enter the Stars. That'd be a good replacement, because they're both kind of like ominous and like cryptic in the way they present themselves. So I think it'd be a pretty good replacement. Charlie Kirk, though, that's a good one. I really want to say it, because like he's kind of like with the youth nowadays, like kind of like targeting them. Hell, it might say a call for an uprising. I would like to say. We got people like Alex Stein, place him with Russian vids. Tucker Carlson. That's a good one. I don't know. Probably myself. But you can see what I'm alluding at. You can like find replacements for all these people that they watch. Like, the only real person that I watch on a kind of like top ranking, like truth level, would either be like Jordan Maxwell, but like, I'm on the fence with some of the shit he says. And I'm on the fence with David Icke because, he's not a believer, but he doesn't go around shitting them like some truthers do. And, he has sided with a lot of Christians on matters, but he's the only one that's calling out Israel, Trump, Elon, all these controlled op people coming into power, actually, because these are now politicians. And you don't see him on the mainstream news. You don't see him propped up on some social media site other than like Twitter, but everybody's back on there now. You don't see him on Joe Rogan. You don't see him with Alex Jones. If you do, it's either in a negative fashion or they're talking shit about him. He's the only one that has brought truth about the Saturn kind of shit and blown it wide open, and majority of other things. And so you can find substitutes for a lot of these different people. But nobody like Jordan Peterson is going to tell you about the Franklin cover-up. Nobody's going to tell you about the satanic panic with the McMartin preschool cases. Nobody's going to talk about Pizzagate anymore. Nobody's going to talk about the child trafficking. Nobody's going to talk about any kind of fashion of these kind of stories that are genuine, that would spark the mind of somebody interested or not in the know. Because we now have government officials like Ted Gunderson, former head director of the FBI, spelling stuff like this, R.I.P. Ted Gunderson. And what I'm alluding to is Nick probably hasn't even heard of any of these people or any of these events that have happened, because he's not in the know. He doesn't know anything. And so he still has a lot to learn, but he's not going to, because he's just listening to Controlled Op and just posts like stupid stuff on YouTube. Which is sad though, because he's leading a lot of people who are not bought and paid for subs astray, and that's pretty sad in reality. And so, hopefully, this confrontation can be pretty entertaining, I would like to say. And so I think that's legitimately all I have to say so far. I'm going to get back to, I'm either going to play Skyrim or watch Better Call Saul. I started that last night. Pretty funny. So, all in, if I don't join, let this be thy video, response. Because it's going on, 20 minutes. This is the Sacramento Truth Movement. My name is 2 Liter J, and I'll catch y'all later.